Okay, welcome back to the Thursday Treasure Trove, everybody. Um, we are doing this week, it is kits for the new year. So anything that is going to have everything kind of in the packaging for you that you will be able to complete it with, that's what we're going over this week. So anything to keep you busy in 2026. Technically, this is not what we're showing this week, but I just kind of like grabbed it and started fidgeting with it. And it comes with everything you need. So I guess we'll start off strong with our spin again here. That's not what it's called. Gosh, I forgot the name of this thing. Anyways, let's start going over all of our kits this week. So we have kind of some for kids and adults. So any of these that you see, or if you have any questions on like the Metal Earth, I know we have a ton of styles of these, but I'm only showing two. So you can always comment down below and ask if we have certain design styles, colors, whatever it may be, we can let you know. So if you've never seen or heard of Metal Earth, basically they're very, very thin sheet metal that you are going to build. So it turns from that flat piece of metal to your car. And the cars are some of my favorites. So these guys, once they're put together, you can actually like see the exhaust going underneath the whole car. On the back, it'll say how many pieces they are. Thank you for popping the spin again. Spin again in there. Is that what I called it? Spin again, roll again, I think is what I just said. Anyways, Metal Earth. So all of the prices vary on these guys. The 1965 Ford Mustang, I had to make sure I was getting the car right. He is $15 and he's kind of a middle of the road. So this would be a great one to start out with if you've never seen or heard of Metal Earth before. We do have a tool kit as well. It is just needle nose pliers and like, real thin things, real thin tools for all these like dainty pieces since it's very thin sheet metal. So our Star Wars Premium Series, I think it's Millennium Falcon, yes. This guy is $25 and they also have like different collections that you can get. So depending on which ones you're intrigued in, you can get the whole set. And we have like, gosh, what is his name? It's the metal, he's from Star Wars. It's R2-D2 and the gold guy. Anyways, but there's like a thicker pack and two of them come in there. Thank you for popping our tool set in there. So in the link in the comments, those are the tools that you'll need to complete these Metal Earth puzzles. But what better way to stay busy in 2026? So starting off strong with our Metal Earth, why don't we move on to our U-Gears? So very similar, similar compared to the Metal Earth, except this one's metal, this one is wood. So U-Gears, they are made in Ukraine, which is super nice. This guy is $125. It is Luke Skywalker's X-Wing Starfighter. So this one, once you put it together, it will actually be able to move side to side. I know we have an R2-D2 who projects something. So these are 14 plus. They are very intricate. DIY, it's all made out of wood, plywood, I guess. U-Gears is an amazing company though, based out of Ukraine. How many pieces is this guy? 455 pieces. So I will kind of come up close to show you kind of what you're building. But $125, you get to do the wiring and everything in there. The pieces are amazing. I have done a U-Gears kit before and super, super nice. If you pop out any of your wood pieces and they just happen to split, because it's wood, that could happen. All you have to do is email the company and they can send you another piece. The one that I did, it came with like extra wheels. I remember we did the compact racer and that one was a lot of fun and they have you prepared right off the bat. So $125, go ahead and pop it in the comments down below. Neither of the, yes, thank you, Elena. Both of these kits, they do not need glue. So everything that you have in here, this is all you'll need, except for that toolkit. That one would be nice to have, especially with the Metal Earth. So moving on, we'll go to something for the kiddos. So I know we've showed this before, but it is so cute. I am 22, and I've almost gotten one to take it on the river with me over the summer. Friendship bracelets, they never go out of style. And if they do, they come back. very, very quickly. It is just the act of doing something. So stay busy. I think this guy is $25. Everything that you need within this kit, it will come inside, and then you can store it in the kit as well, which is super nice. It says makes up to 10 bracelets, but depending on the wrist size, give or take, you know, a little girly, she might be able to get 12 or so. If you're making keychains and not bracelets, then that might be something else. So, and then if, what is it called? The rainbow loom. I forgot what it is where you're making all the metal rubber band bracelets. Essentially the same thing, except you get to pick where your pegs go, and it makes it so much easier. So instead of tying your string to your toe or taping it to the table and then trying to get all your knots settled that way, it's just so much easier for the girls to stay occupied while making their bracelets, since it's all right here. So $25. Oh, it does say exactly what's in here. So it comes with your bracelet loom, your bracelet threads, elastic bands, snaps. I'm not entirely sure what the snaps are for. I have not figured that out yet. Stickers. So this kit is awesome. It gives you everything you need and more, all for $25. Carol Sedona likes this. Perfect. I'm going to have to see one of the bracelets that she's made, because it kind of looks like paracord to me, whereas the original friendship bracelet making thread is more thready, if that makes sense. So anyways, take it from Carol. Sedona loves it. Carol, how old is Sedona? I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm 22 and this caught my eye, so go ahead and comment down below if one of those interests you to keep anybody busy during 2026. So next kit we're going to be showing is the Crazy Errands Mixed by Me Boba Thinking Putty. This, we only have 2 left. So this is a first come, first serve. We've had him for a little bit now, so I have no idea how he's still in stock. So you get to mix up three different thinking putties. Yes, 3 tins of putty. You get different mix-ins, so your boba, your kiwi, ice. I didn't know it had ice. It gives you all sorts of different charms to mix in there. You can make your boba. There's milk in there too, like a milk putty. So you can change the color. This guy is so much fun. You can kind of see on the side there how your milk mixes in. So they get to create their own thinking putty kits, pretty much. So this guy is also $25. So if they're not as much into the friendship bracelet making, then you can pop them the Crazy Errands Boba Thinking Putty, because boba is huge right now. If any of the girlies are asking for the boba popping beads or the popping pearls, this is what they're talking about, but this you cannot eat. They are probably, you know, asking for the drinks with the boba in them, but this is just a fun alternative. So for all of your little fidgeters who just cannot stay still, $25, and you can grab a Crazy Errands. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. What was I saying? So $25, Crazy Errands Boba Thinking Putty, and you get everything that you need in this little kit. So next, this is another one that is for the itty bitty kiddos. So this is geared for kids 1 to 5, and it is 16 pieces that come in this little pack. This is the newest of the Smart Max that we have. This is $28. It comes with all of your animal pieces, and the newest version is this carrying case. So super cute. It folds down and it kind of creates their own scene. So the carrying case is also the play case, if that makes sense. So if you've never seen Smart Max before, all of these kits, they interact with each other. Great for the kiddos who just need something to do with the entire family. You know, their attention span is not the greatest yet, so Smart Max would be an awesome alternative while the others get their Metal Earth and their U-Gears and everything else. So just so you can kind of see how our Smart Max works over here, we do have some out in the playroom, so you can make letters, you can make trucks, and this is not, obviously it doesn't go together. You can make a sheep, what is that, cement truck? A sheep cement truck. So the imagination can just go crazy with Smart Max, which is why we love them so much. Mom and dad love them too because, like I said, they all correlate with each other. And now the newer ones are having the travel cases with them, which is really, really nice. So, if your little one needs a little kit for 2026 or just an expansion pack since they already have Smart Max, this is a no-brainer. Smart Max is an amazing brand, all for $28. Go ahead and pop in the comments down below if you see any of the kits that are any of the kits that you're interested in. I just had a brain fart there. I can show you as well up here. Lastly, but certainly not least, actually it's probably one of our favorites here in the store. This is the Roll Life Book Nook and Wonderland. So we have a ton of different styles of these two, but this is our #1 seller. This one is the Sunshine Town. He is $50, and assembly level is 4 out of 5 here, so it's not too incredibly difficult. I have done one of these. They are so much fun. They can take you as long as you want. It took me a couple of days. I've heard some people say it's taken them a couple of hours in the day. I don't work that quick. So the Book Nooks, they do come with glue. You don't necessarily have to use the glue, and if you do, it is not a lot. I remember putting mine together and using like none. So you get to do the electrical and everything. This one I think is the most popular. You can't really tell, but there is a mirror in the back here that makes it look like your hallway just keeps going into your bookshelf. So I think that is the showstopper with our Sunshine Town Book Nook. So for $50, you and your daughter, you and your granddaughter, just you, just your granddaughter, just your daughter, anybody can build these. I've sold them to 8-year-old girls, and then I've also sold them to 80-year-old women. So totally depends on which one is calling your name. Like I said, I'm 22, and this friendship bracelet making kit is right up my alley. So for the Real Life Book Nooks, go ahead, just comment down below if you want to give us a call instead, if you want to shoot us a text, whatever works best for you. Same thing with the Real Life though. These are 14 plus, just so you kind of have a gauge on how difficult they can be. But once again, if you give us a call, we can kind of direct you towards the right kit for you. So $50, go ahead, comment down below and let us know if this is coming home with you. All right, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in for this week's Thursday treasure trove, and I will see you next week for more goodies. Okay, enjoy the rest of your week. Bye, guys.